Uh, okay, this is your soul brother Talia once again coming at you from the page channel of Eric Bell. As you know me as also being from the platform of Reality Temple Ministries, aka Operation Exodus Mississippi. And this just another simultaneous video, and I'm not gonna be on it for long, but I just wanted to just ramble a little bit on some things that I've been really seeing as I've been looking at you know throughout social media, as well as and of course, I don't too much look at the pro black conscious, social media arena, because they not really talking about nothing. But usually, if I'm looking at something, it's gonna be about actual world events, or events that's going on right here in this country. But I just want to just say that basically that I mean, I want to point out something, you know, in this video. One of the things I did want to point out in this video is that, I have no problem, like I've said before in one of the other last videos I did this weekend or past weekend, of course, about black people, who choose to make the decision to want to leave out the black community and move to places where there are a majority of Caucasians, or whether they move out to the suburbs somewhere, especially, like I said, if they can afford it. And also, too, where they can actually, find that safety net that they can't find in the black community, especially as those in the so-called pro-black conscious community would term as. And as I've said before, the black community is not really a community. It's just what they call the hood, in the street sense of saying it's just the hood, because ain't nothing real community orientated about it. It's nothing real community orientated about it, and it's not, you know, uh, any sense of community in terms of people caring for one another, which is the real definition of a community, along with other definitions of what a community really means, like caring for the elderly, caring for the children, raising the children like you raise the children in a village, as everybody get together and make sure that the children is raised with, important proper values. And there's nothing like that going on in the black community. And this is why you got all this, unfortunate stuff going on, whether it be drug addiction, gangster rap music, gang banging, you know, and all this other stuff going on, because we don't have those values going on in the black community, as you say, and I when people like me talk about stuff like this, according to so-called popular belief, mainly on the street level, that sound like lame type stuff. Well, but this is the reason why, You keep hearing about black rappers getting killed, those that make that or glorify that type of lifestyle in they gangster rap music that caused them to end up getting killed, like a few rappers have gotten killed in the last past couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying, around the country. And this is why you know what I'm saying, you hear about this ongoing, constant, concurrent, day in and out violence going on in black ghetto neighborhoods throughout the United States, irregardless if it's in the big metropolitan areas or smaller cities or towns where you may especially find numerous or bigger majority numbers of black people at, you know, and stuff like that. So, I mean, and this is why I encourage those, like I say, those dark skinned people of soul who choose to move outside they what some may call comfort zones or whatever, or of course the black ghetto neighborhoods. I say do so. You know, even if you got to move to a state, and I'm at the point of saying this, and I know some may disagree with this when I say it, but if you got to move to a state where it ain't nothing but Caucasians at, where blacks don't even think about nor even care to go to. Like let's say like here going further out west like Wyoming, Utah, somewhere like that, or you know what I'm saying, or back east somewhere like a white predominant state like Vermont or New Hampshire, Maine somewhere, you know, where you hardly are not going to even find indigenous black Americans living in or existing in, you know. If you need to go to places like that to feel safe as far as to be able to even raise your family in a safe, sound environment, then do so. I encourage you to do that. And I come from a platform that's about unity for real. I'm talking about unity in terms of separating ourselves from the races. But when we don't have no choice, we must do what we have to do, especially when our people are not united. Now, no matter where we at in the country, if we could get this Mississippi campaign kicked off to the point where we can you know, actually get in the process of taking control of a state like Mississippi, then if we in places like Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Colorado, Utah, Idaho, where you know it might be very few blacks that you could even count on your five finger hands, or wherever you at in the United States, then we will finally have a chance where we could leave them different places and come to a place like Mississippi if we want to get away from the races, if we want to get away from the things that go along with systemic racism. But until then, I encourage you as indigenous black Americans, if you got to leave the hood where it ain't no protection at, then do so. I straight up encourage you to do that. I'm not telling you nothing that I wouldn't do. I'm telling you something that I would even do as of that matter, especially if I could afford it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, I mean, really, life is too short. I mean, in this world anyway, to subject yourselves, you know what I'm saying, around so much foolishness and ignorance, you know, and if that's what you got to do, then do it. You know, I'm not finna sit up here and be like them pro-black Negroes or pro-blackity black folks to tell you, nah, stick around your own kind no matter what. No matter even if it's a war zone, like you in Saigon in Vietnam somewhere, or if you over in a place like Syria or something like that, where it's I mean, if you got to leave where you could secure your self safety for you and your family, then do that. And I'm like I said, I'm not finna encourage you once again on something that I wouldn't do. I mean, it's just that simple. Because living around other black people is hell. I don't give a damn what certain people say or think as opposing to what I'm saying. The facts is right there. Self-evident to be shown for itself, you know. It is hell living around other black people. And I can't say it too many more times than that. Because of the fact that we are living around a situation where you got a lot of ignorance, you got a lot of, you know, self hatred. Speaking of self hatred, for those who are always talking about somebody is speaking self hatred, like from this platform, which is totally not true at all, But I mean, you know, if you really want to talk about self hatred, then that's what you want to get away from around. You know, that's what you really want to get away from around. You rather, if anything, if you gon' be somewhere, well, yes, you may have to go around the races to find a certain type of kind of better quality of living, or the better quality of unfortunately securing as far as being in a more safer environment where there's less crime at and all this other kind of stuff. If that's what you got to do, then do it. I'm not finna, you know, and I'm not saying this because I'm against the people or my people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because life, once again, like I said, is too short to surround oneself around a bunch of ignorance and self-hatred type behavior, which comes along with that, which is killing, murder, robbery, rape, all that. That comes out the contents of self-hatred. Or rather, I would say that comes out the confines of self-hatred. Because it's all in that whole same package as I just described. And like I said, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and just beat around the bush. I'm going to just tell you like it is, you know. I mean, I know y'all may say, some of you who watch our videos on this platform may say that I'm the only one that feels this way. But you know what? All I could do is speak for myself on that term. But I'm pretty sure that if those who are also on my platform had anything to say in regards to what I'm saying is not correct, then they would confront me about it, okay? And I'm willing to take criticism, okay? And if I am wrong, I'm saying, do confront me about it. But obviously, no one is confronting me about it. So obviously, I'm saying something that's correct, you know? But like I said before, I always welcome to be, corrected if need be. And I will be willingly and open to listen to that. But like I said, at this point, if you feel like you need to relocate, you yourself and families, outside of the black community, as some of you would call it, then do so. Like I said, there are places around the country, and like the states I even described geographically on the United States map, that throughout the United States, that you can go, where you ain't got to be in no urban environment or no urban metropolitan area or urban city, where's a lot of crime, where's a lot of gang violence, a lot of murder, a lot of mayhem going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, any human in their right mind, regardless of what the skin color is, wouldn't want to raise their family or would want to even live around that type of misery going on. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they could afford not to, you know? So, like I said before, hey, if that's what you want to do, then do it. I mean, hey, because we're separated and divided and conquered as a people anyway, without no real, true living direction, which is nothing but leading us further down the path to nowhere but total destruction, and which is also called extermination or elimination process or the process for elimination, because that's what we're facing. Like I just got done talking about in another video I just posted on this channel, that we are in the process of being exterminated like the Native American Indian was in this country. I mean, we forgot about that. That something like that actually happened to another group of people in this country. And we could be the next ones if we continue to go the direction in that we're going. We could actually end up being the next group of people, especially darker skinned group of people, that would end up being in that position if we do not change or turn around as far as where we're headed at. As a group of people, we can be the next people in this country as a group to get exterminated. And I mean, it's like I said, it's not that hard. The people that rule and run this country and that got the power to actually make something like that happen for real, it wouldn't be too difficult. It's only, 44, or like I said, down to 36 million of us versus the majority population of Caucasians or the races that live in this country. You know what I'm saying? And they could make it happen, even with the help of the immigrants that's here. I mean, that could be their clear path to citizenship. All you got to do is help us wipe out these niggas. I mean, it ain't like it can't be done. I mean, I'm just pointing out some things, you know what I'm saying? That can actually happen. I mean, y'all thought that you know what I'm saying? That doodoo didn't stink when we kept warning you that at the right given time the racists could try to have their way with us. Look what happened since this COVID-19 thing came up. Did nobody expect this pandemic, even though this is a worldwide pandemic, but still, did nobody expect what this worldwide pandemic would even bring as even to highest effect in this country. More people have died in this country because of that than anywhere else in the world. Now the United States is looked at as the biggest laughing stock of the world because of how they handled the COVID-19 pandemic under this racist president that's still in office. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, you know, to the point where we are being blocked from going to certain countries because of the of how we're handling this situation, you know, and because of how the rest of the world is looking at this country. You know what I'm saying? So, and because you got these crazy racists here, especially who support people like Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? That's trying to create havoc and unrest, even with threats of, killing other government officials that they don't agree with, like what happened in Michigan over recently ago. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, anything could erupt at any given right time of opportunity. And COVID-19 proved that exactly, as far as what me and someone from this platform have been warning you about for the longest. So, I mean, we cannot get this twisted. You know what I'm saying? And even something worse could come after COVID-19 and really, finish kicking this thing off. You see what I'm saying? Where they could come to our doors, and round us up and throw us in paddy wagons or however they got to do it and haul our ass off to concentration camps like they did the European Jews of Nazi Germany, you know? I mean, but you keep taking this for a joke. You simply ignore all the possibilities and the capabilities of what those in power in this country could actually do to carry out our total demise under the right opportunity of circumstances. You just totally ignore that. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why I say that because black people don't take nothing serious and because they keep on being the niggas that they are and doing the nigga type of stuff that they do, and I usually don't use that word in these videos, but I have to put it out there like that in clear layman terms to help you to understand what I'm really saying. For some of those of you who have a lower level of tunnel vision without light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to understand that this is very serious. I mean, we don't have no we don't have no allies. We don't have nobody to help us, especially if the racists really want to make a move on us, which they can. I ain't talking about these poor you know what I'm saying, lower class considered white people in the country either. I'm talking about the ones who are wealthy and powerful and actually the ones who make decisions that affect what goes on in this country every day. That's who I'm talking about when I speak about the racists. Okay? And like I said, if they really want to have their way with us, they can. They actually can. And we have to stop being so you know what I'm saying, naive to that fact. We cannot keep being naive to that fact. and thinking that this is some kind of game, because this is not no game. This is actually for real, or what we're facing, you know? And if we don't understand and realize that, then we do deserve to be exterminated, thrown in mass graves, you know, just to have, gavel poured on us, you know. And I'm being, I to be pretty honest with you, I truly wouldn't give a damn, because, that'll be the end of my own existence in this hell, as well as the existence for other dark-skinned people of soul, you know? I mean, we'd be gone anyway, so we wouldn't even have to worry about putting up with this madness. So it really wouldn't matter to me, because we don't have no purpose to change anything as far as our existence presently that's at hand right now. So it wouldn't really matter to me if they did kill us all off. Maybe we are better off. We are all better off dead, including even those of other nationalities throughout the world, because this whole world is so tainted with corruption that is overbearing for human existence, to be truthful about it. So maybe we all might as well just need to die off. Maybe so another species can evolve in this planet, and bring this planet back to its right proper balance, where it may have been at one time before, during the time when other different types of human species was on this planet Earth before we actually evolved, Maybe we need to, maybe we all need to just be wiped out of existence in whichever way it happens, because I mean, we the human being is just too corrupted anyway, and like I said, I wouldn't, I wouldn't really care. I mean, those who are in the animal kingdom or in the wildlife animal kingdom got more better sense, obviously, than we do. And yet we're supposed to be the highest of thinking, intelligent beings, as some would say. But obviously that's being proven as a myth. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's being proven to be a myth or a lie, Because like I said, even animal species know how to, live in harmony with one another. Know how to have, harmony and respect for one another. And respect each other's space. And have a mutual understanding for each other in terms of space, especially when it comes to survival. You know what I'm saying? And the human don't even have that simple understanding. But yet we supposed to be the highest intelligent thinking beings on the planet. Come on. Really? I mean, I'm just saying, So like I said before, I mean, we really need to wake up and understand that, hey, we are in a very, fragile position. Not only as dark-skinned people, soul, of course, in this country, but as humanity, period, around this world. I mean, we're real, but the fact that we, as being at the bottom totem pole of all other different groups of people in this country, we could change this world actually by, doing what we need to do for us, taking control of a state like Mississippi, setting up a you know, settlement to where we can actually end up, taking that to a level to where even we could become a country where we can actually change some things from that standpoint of what's going on in this world, where we could become the prime examples of how humans should live and cohabitate among each other in this planet, which would even, cause the races to, respect such a process, as well as those around the rest of the world would have to respect that process, to the point that that may even influence them to want to change actually what they're doing. See, it's so many possibilities with this ideal of the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. If we really took time to really come together, instead of being so divisive among each other as a people, we could open up our eyes and actually see a new existence, not only for us as a people, unfold in this country, but for those even throughout the entire rest of the country unfold. And then we could see a new better existence unfold for humanity throughout the world under the influence of the ideal of getting this Mississippi campaign off the ground and running to the point where it can't actually become a true living reality. To where, not only where we can benefit, by having allies throughout the rest of the world, even including those that are on the continent of Africa, which will cause them to even want to welcome us more, through sincere intentions. Well, we have something that they would need in turn where they can, help us when we need them. For real. You see what I'm saying? So, but we don't think along them terms because we have so much tunnel vision. We have so much tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? Our vision is so dark in low tunnel, to the point that we don't think on higher elevated terms when it comes to the mental capacity of how far we can actually take this ideal far as Operation Exodus Mississippi go, and with the things, like I say, that's going on throughout this planet Earth, we could be the beacon of light, as they say in religion, where we could actually, from that standpoint, help to create a better existence for all throughout this planet Earth. If we take that initiative to carry out this ideal called the Mississippi Campaign, and that's why, we we have to actually, really be passionate when we speak on this. We got to keep speaking on this, in hopes that this will get across to those who really want something better. Because there are those out there who really want something better. Because what they've seen in attempts that would make things better, not only for us as dark-skinned people of soul, but for those of us all in society as far as the betterment of us all in society, as well as for the betterment of all humanity, has not worked. And so I'm pretty sure if they seen us getting serious with this thing called the Mississippi campaign, they would be willing to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. They would be willing to open up their eyes and come and embrace it and even help to, you know what I'm saying, to make this thing come a true living reality. You know, like someone said, even those black celebrities like Jay-Z, Will Smith, Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey, if they seen how serious we was with this Mississippi campaign, you know, and getting it off the ground and running and going, they will be willing to invest their resources. But they got to see us actually being serious about this. They got to actually see us truly at heart, you know, coming together to make a reality. And if we show them that we are that serious, like I said, they may be willing to come on board and help us finally. But we got to show them that we're willing and serious. It cannot be no games. It cannot be no just facade like in these pro-black conscious organizations that ain't really produce nothing to help change our reality or around from this for once and for all. You know, so like I said before, we have to, come to the realization that no one is going to help us until they see that we seriously want to liberate ourselves. And Operation Exodus Mississippi is the best solution at this point, with all the trimmings to go with it, that can really open up doors to, untapped potentials that can help elevate us all the way to the point of liberation in the form of a freedom that we never knew as a people in this country since we've existed, as the people that we are in this country for over the last 400 years. And like I said, all we got to do is show that we're serious by stop being divisive and come together on a common, note to where we can make this happen. Put our personal disagreements, dislikes for one another to the side, and let's put our complete focus to what needs to be done to make this a reality. And with that said, because I'm kind of tired and I don't want to keep rambling on in this video because I do need some rest anyway. But, I just want to point that out, and get that, out there once again, and because I really want to see our people rise up out the ashes of this unfortunate situation that we are in as indigenous black Americans. But like I said, also on the same token, that until we get to that point called the promised land, as Dr. Martin Luther King would once say, to where we can take control of something like a state like Mississippi, to where we can carve out a new living reality for ourselves as a people from what we know or what we've known as a people for over 400 years in this country, then whatever we got to do while we're in this country to maintain our own personal survival and safety net, then do so. And even if that means you got to move out the black community, to move to the suburbs, or to move around white people where crime rate is low, or whatever the case is, then do so. That's all I got to say about that, And I'm not finna, like I say, I'm not finna keep sugarcoating it. I'm just gonna put it all the way out there. Simple and raw as it could be put out there in truth. To wake y'all up to the reality of the whole situation and let y'all know that y'all been bamboozled and hoodwinked by these black organizations that's trying to keep y'all in further into, you know, the state of mental death, and that'll continuously leading y'all further into death than even what the racist invention of Christianity has done for years. But that pro-black conscious stuff is nothing different from that, and it's even a worse death than that. And with that said, I'm going to, like I say, exit with the words of peace.